Mr Chairman, kia ora tātou no reira te whare mātua, Mr Speaker. Mr Chairman, and given, sir, that it's Samoan Language Week this week, malo safui and talofa lava, and in expectation whawhatai lava, Mr Chairman, for the opportunity to address this House this evening. Mr Chairman, the Honourable Tau Hinari made the point that Auckland would be a powerhouse under this legislation. And what I want to say to this House is that is yet to be seen. And much, of course, Mr Chairman, will depend on the calibre and the quality of those individuals who offer themselves for the leadership roles in Auckland. And at the moment we have two mayoral aspirants, Len Brown from our city of Manukau, and we have the Honourable John Banks from the area of Auckland. So, Mr Speaker, Mr Chairman, much will come down as to whether this will be successful, depending on the calibre not only of the mayoral aspirants, but also those who offer themselves as ward councillors and those also, Mr Chairman, who offer themselves as board members. Mr Chairman, representation without accountability. And the Minister can say what he likes, but Aucklanders will be the losers in this restructuring because big is not necessarily better. And I've seen from my own experience, Mr Speaker, that while you may get economies of scale, and that is the argument the government is progressing, economies of scale, more efficiencies, that may well be true, but it's only true, Mr Chairman, if each individual unit of local government is efficient in its own right. Because smaller can actually be better, because you're able to control it more effectively and more efficiently with the controls that you can put in place. And what we want to see, Mr Chairman, is increased efficiency. We think that is very, very important. And we are not here on this side of the House opposed to progress. In fact, we are the party of progress. We've always been known as a party that promotes fresh ideas. And if you look at some of the major social reforms in this country, Mr Chairman, they have come from the Labour Party. So we're not opposed to what the changes are taking place, but what we are opposed to is the manner in which it was done. Mr Chairman, the manner in which it was done, and the appointment of the CCOs and how they are to be structured. Because I say this to the Minister, where is the accountability? Where is the transparency? Where can the general public have a say on how this Auckland City is going to be run? And we on this side of the House are concerned that their voices will be lost. We know also, Mr Chairman, that this is going to cost around $200 million. Who will pay? Who will pay, Mr Chairman? The ratepayers of Auckland will pay. And so much for the tax cuts and the GST, because what we're seeing here is that the costs will continue to go up and up. And the challenge is on the Minister to bring in the budget under what has been set. That's the challenge for the Minister. And I want to know and ask the Minister, what initiatives has he taken to ensure that the overall cost of the restructuring will be lower than what's forecast? Because the last thing that people want in Auckland is to find their rates increased, because the cost of the restructuring is more than what has been envisaged. And so that really, Mr Chairman, is the challenge for this Minister. And I know that he's competent enough to know that. But what I want to know from the Minister is, what has he done? What controls has he put in place to ensure that there's feedback to those people who will control this Auckland City, that they in fact will be able to run it in a most effective and efficient manner? Because one of the big things, or two of the things that we're really concerned about on this side of the House, Mr Chairman, is the transparency and accountability of those people who will run Auckland City. And the big thing, of course, is the way in which the CCOs are to be run, the appointments and how it's done. And when I say to people, when people ask me, Ross, what is the CCOs? I tell them. But they want to know, Mr Chairman, from the Minister exactly what that will mean for them as individuals and as ratepayers, because they are concerned, Mr Chairman, They are concerned.
Dr. Rajan Prasad.